I am so excited for today's video because this is one of my favorite videos to film and watch, and it's declutter time. I am gonna slightly maybe declutter more than anything. This is just a collection video. Blush is one of my favorite products next to eyeshadow palettes, so this is a pretty large category for me. But we are going to go through all of my face palettes, my cream blushes, liquid blushes, powder blushes, blushes galore. But if you guys want to see what I have in my collection and let me show you some of my favorite formulas, then let's get into it. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Heather and I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. I love reviewing new releases. I try to have at least 3 videos a week. Most of the time I do hit that goal, but sometimes stuff happens, you know? But I love being here and I hope you guys enjoy this video and you love being here too. But like I was saying, this is a large category for me. I have no idea how many blushes are here, but we're going to get into it. There's a few I can see that I could get rid of, but this is a category for me that's hard to let go because I love blush so much. And I'm not gonna lie, when I open my drawer and I see like how full and beautiful it is, it makes me so happy. And as long as they're not expired or whatever, I'm keeping them. But we're gonna dig in. Where do we even start? Okay, I'm gonna separate these, but while I'm doing that, we can just chat for a minute. So for me, I love declutter videos. I've watched like certain declutter videos, Angelica's declutter videos. I've literally watched like several times every year. I love them in the background. I'm nosy. I like to see what is in other people's collections. I think it's really fun and I just love it. It's fun for me. So I hope you guys love them too, and maybe that's why you're here, but I'm excited. I can't wait to show you guys everything. I've kind of been filming videos like back to back for days, and while that's very fun, my room up here is such a mess and I hate it when this room gets dirty. It kind of messes with my, you know, my ability to create. So it's kind of driving me crazy. I need to take a day off from filming and editing and spend some time up here cleaning because it desperately needs it. When I'm like in a rush and stuff, my ADHD brain will just pick something up and like throw it somewhere, not pick it up, not put it away. And then like I feel anxious because it's a mess. So then I ignore it for like a day or two, and then I spend a whole day like deep cleaning every crack and corner in my area. It's like a cycle. I really need to stop doing that and just clean my stuff when it's dirty. So I am going to do like highlighters in a whole other video, but I did include my highlighter palettes because I wanted to do all the face palettes in this video too. Just wanted to throw that out there because we're going to start with face palettes first. This little category has gotten a lot bigger this year. I don't remember my exact numbers. If I can find them, I'll pop them up on the screen because I do take a lot of notes and like write everything down for record purposes in case I ever need to know. So hopefully I'll be able to find them. But let's start with the Duality. This is from ADEPT, and I need to find a better way to keep my face palettes closer to my desk because I would use these so much more. I love this palette. It's so beautiful. You have these matte blushes. I love the gradient, but you also have like these topper shades, kind of highlighty. They're so pretty. This is such a like special palette and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. I love ADEPT and I did order their new palette. I don't know if that video will be up yet, but it's almost here. It should be here Monday, and I'm so excited. But those are really pretty. I'm probably going to swatch a lot. I'm a swatching girl. I like touching the shiny stuff and looking at what I have and like, I don't know. It's just, I can't help myself. But I love this, and it's definitely staying in my collection. It's so beautiful. Great for travel as well. Especially, I don't know if these pins are magnetic. Let me find my little tool. It's ADEPT though, so I really wouldn't be surprised if they are. And they are. And they have the shade names on the back. That's awesome. I am not surprised. I love them. I might do some like build your own palette videos for my trip that's coming up. Well, my trips that are coming up. I think that could be really fun, but I don't really know how to do those. So I'll have to watch other people's videos and like try to get some inspiration and like see how they do it. Next, I have the Laura Lee Blush Aesthetic. This palette is so iconic, and I was so excited when I picked this up. I'm still happy to have it in my collection. I have not used this probably in 6 months or more, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to keep it. These aren't magnetic, but I'm definitely going to keep it. I really love, these are like easy, effortless blushes, especially for like, I love this one. For like those like quick looks, you just want a little blush. These are beautiful. I love them. They're easy to blend. It's a really good formula as well. Like, look at those. I've been swatching a lot today, so overlook my nails, but these are really pretty. You can build them up, but they're not like too pigmented. You know, some are, but I think those are really pretty. So she is definitely staying. But then I have two from Lunar Beauty, but one of them is actually from Laura Lee and Lunar Beauty, and it's the Full Fantasy, and I love this one. It is so pretty. I love the bright pops, but my favorite are these two, and these highlighters are so freaking good. But I have another recommendation from Lunar Beauty for highlighters, so stay tuned for that. But this is definitely staying. Like I said, I don't see myself getting rid of too much. There are a few things I do see I can let go of, but not much. I love blush. So the highlight I was just talking about is the little Moonshroom highlighting palette. This, first of all, the artwork. But these highlighters are so freaking good. I love them. I have to put these on my desk. Look at that. Like, that is so stunning. I need to dry my hand. But that is so freaking stunning. It makes me so happy. Look at those. They are so wet looking. They make me so excited. We're going to do a little bit of Sugar, which is that lighter shade. And I watched a Robert Welsh video, and he said to find a spot on your face to focus your highlight and then blend. Like, make it the lightest in that one spot, and then like go back on with the side of your brush and kind of do the rest. And he said when, you know, no matter which way you're looking or your lights, you have that highlight point, and I kind of like it. I think it looks really pretty. I'm not surprised though. He's like the makeup guru genius, but she's staying. Out of my Lunar Beauty face products though, this is my least used, but I still like it. It's the newest to my collection. This is the Moon Prism Blush, and these are matte except for this one over here. I might have not even used all of these shades. I have not used these two or this brown, and I've been looking for a brown blush in my collection. So you see, I need to put these up here somewhere, but these are like the most beautiful nude shades. There's like one for every type of look. I think these are really, really pretty, and I can't believe I forgot they were in my collection. Let's do Gravity, which is that like deeper shade. And I really love the Lunar Beauty blush formula. And a lot of times, these are on BoxyCharm for like a fraction of the cost. I'm pretty sure that's where I got mine. So if you're a member, I'd keep an eye out in that drop shop. You'll be able to find it. But I think that's so pretty. She's staying. I'm like 99% sure all of these blush palettes are staying actually, or face palettes. So let's move a little quicker. The next one is the Baked Blush Palette from Bella Beauty Bar, and I love this one too. It's so bright and fun and beautiful. There's another nude blush. Where Have I Been? I loved these. I had a lot of fun with them. I'm going to be honest though, I have not pulled this back out since I did that video with that collection. So I definitely need to put these closer like I've been saying, because these are really pretty. I like the pigmentation level on them. Like they're pigmented, but they're not too pigmented. You can, oh, that one is. Wait, this is more pigmented than I even remembered. It, like I said, it's been a while since I touched these. Like I put them on the back of my hand, but let's see what they look like. That's one tap. I don't even remember this. These are really pigmented. So if you have a deeper skin tone, you might really love these. But I don't think I have any other face products from Bella Beauty Bar, so I do want to keep this in my collection. For inventory purposes, I do really like that nude, and I could probably make these work. You just would have to be really, really careful with them if you have a lighter skin tone like I do, but I think these would be really beautiful on a deeper skin tone as well. I like to use, none of my stuff is where it goes because I had to make room on my table, but for pigmented brushes, I knew I was going to do that. I even tried to stop myself beforehand. But for pigmented blushes, I love using this Singe Beauty F06. It's tapered and it's really like lightly packed. So you can really, you know, work. It only picks up a little bit and you can literally like fluff it on and blend it out where it's so flimsy. But that one is so perfect for more pigmented blushes. And if you have one that is harder for you to use, then I do recommend picking that one up. I love all of those brushes though. Highly recommend them all. I cannot talk about brushes and blushes in the same sentence. My brain won't let me. It's the dyslexia. It's like, no girl. This is so freaking beautiful, and I bought this collection, but they shut down like before it even got to me. So I never reviewed it because I didn't think it was fair to you guys, but it's so freaking beautiful. It's the Breezy Beauty and It's Belle Cosmetics Tropical Nights Blush and Highlighter Palette. This is so freaking stunning. I lost my mind. The eyeshadow palette is too. And it sucks because it makes it hard for me to like actually get time to use it because I film almost every look that I do, and it's not fair for me to talk about products that you guys can't get your hands on. I don't feel like it is. But I do sometimes, like for instance in videos like this, I'm going to talk about some blushes that may have been discontinued, but there are other products in here too. So I don't want to just make a whole video about one thing that you can't get your hands on. But this is so beautiful. If you see this on Macari or something, do you see that? I'll try to make it bigger. If you see this on Macari, run, don't walk, because it's so beautiful. And that highlighter up top, I'm going to put it in the center of those so you can really, it's delicious. It's very delicious. I have one in my collection that's still available that is similar to that. And I think it's one from Inslee Rain, but stay tuned for that video because I'm not doing those highlighters in this one. But I just had to share about that. And it's sad that she didn't get like a longer collab. And it's sad that It's Belle is closing down. I mean, it's sad for us. Maybe, you know, that's what they want for themselves. But yeah, I'm sad that I'm just now trying them and now they're gone. But now we got to talk about the Oracle Chrome Highlighter Palette. Also, I do have codes with a lot of these brands like Bella Beauty Bar, not a lot of the brands, Bella Beauty Bar, Unearthly, and anyone else that I come across, I'll let you know. Inslee Rain, it's all AOML, and I'll have it all linked down below. like what made me think of it was I have a code with them, but this is the Oracle Chrome highlighter, and it's really, really pretty. I love these. This one kind of reminds me of that highlight, but the one in the Isabel palette is a lot smoother, but this one smooths out when you like swatch it or put it on the face. But these highlighters are really flaky, but they are very, very beautiful. It's kind of similar to the Blend Bunny Noctilucent palette. There's a few things. Okay, these ones are really pretty, and I like this palette. I'm glad that I have it. But out of the two, I think I prefer the one from Blend Bunny a little more. The formula is smoother, but it's not even just that. It's the packaging. I like the way this one looks better, but on the back you have like the ingredients and stuff. But on the back of this one, you have the actual shade colors. So you don't have to sit and do swatches and like try to see it all in different lighting just to figure out which one you want to use, because where there's nothing on this, like you think you might know, but then like different lighting makes it look different. It is beautiful, and it's so much more than just a highlighter. You could totally use this for eyeshadow, inner corner highlight. That's my favorite way to use them. They are like more glittery in your face type of highlighters, so if you're not into that, then you might want to steer clear, but I do love them. I think they're beautiful. But if you do like that really smooth highlighter, I cannot recommend this product more. This is one of the top tier, like Rare Beauty. My Fenty Kilowatt is my favorite. I love how smooth and silky that formula is. It's really thin, really shiny and beautiful. But another one that reminds me of that is this palette from ADEPT Cosmetics. This is the collaboration with Amy Loves Makeup, and she did so freaking good on this collection. I hope that someone else collabs with her because she really did a good job. I love the palette, and I really love this blush palette, and I don't get to use it enough, but this is so beautiful. It's so freaking beautiful. I don't gravitate towards pinks a lot, but if I need a pink blush and a pink highlighter, I'm definitely going to be pulling this out. And it looks really glittery, but it's actually really smooth. If you guys are worried about it like scratching your other palettes and stuff, it does not do that to me. So I think you'll be fine. Last two, like bigger face palettes. So this one I've had in my collection for a long time, and it's the Scooby-Doo highlighter palette that GLAMLITE released. It was from the first collection. And like I said, I have had this one a while, but I love this, and I don't usually use it as face highlighter anymore unless I need something like for a GLAMLITE video that I'm filming. But I love this palette for inner corner, and the highlight aspect of it is really beautiful too. Like, those are gorgeous highlighters, but more than anything, I do just use it for inner corner highlight, but she's staying as well. So far, I have not decluttered a single thing. That's what I meant by this is probably going to be more of a collection video. So last, but definitely not least, we have the Unearthly Cosmetics Spring Magic Palette. This palette is really beautiful. I love this formula. I think it's really nice too. It is pigmented. It's not too pigmented. It blends out well and all of the things. But one thing I noticed, you have to be careful because some of these hard pan, they're just harder to pick up. I mean, look, it's like, it's not hard pan, it's the formula. It just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you could totally, you know, do one swipe swatches and get full pigmentation. It's just the way they feel, like, in the palette. It makes it kind of hard to pick up sometimes, depending on the brush you use. I think they're beautiful. They look gorgeous on the face, and I love the shades that she picked in this. I love doing blush draping, and this is like perfect for that. So if you do pick this up, I just suggest using a more densely packed brush like this for this product. That's really what makes this one easy to work with, and the artwork is so stunning. So 2 products that I definitely know I'm letting go, and I'm probably going to give these to, well, actually, no. Do I need this? No, because I have the Lunar Beauty one, and I don't like this formula. Anyways, look at me over here. I guess I could clue you guys in on what I'm talking about. I'm probably going to give these to my and Amanda's niece, but it's the little Beauty and the Beast blushes. I have the shades Mrs. Potts, which is this really pretty light pink, and looks like so. And you could barely even see it. These are very light, and they don't last very long on the face. And then this one is the shade Chip, and it looks like that. I really like the brown blush, but I do have similar ones. There's no sense in me keeping it. I'm probably never going to use these again. I tried to use them a few times after I filmed my video with this collection, and they're just not my vibe. So these are going to be in the declutter pile. I need a bin for that. Okay, this I got in my ice cream beauty box, and it actually comes with this cute little bag and stuff. This is so freaking beautiful. This is Palace Identities Blossom Blush in the shade Hibiscus. I've never owned anything more bougie than this, and it's so stunning. Like, really beautiful inside and out. This is the most luxe packaging I have ever seen. Keep in mind, I was a welfare child, so we didn't have bougie in our house, but look at the shade. You guys know I love freaking orange blush. It's like a satiny formula, but it's like the perfect amount of sheen. Not too much, not too little, just adds that hint of glow. Kind of similar to the Singe Beauty formula, but I could not recommend this more. She is staying. Okay, so I have these 2 from Benefit. These are duos. So this is the Hula Beach Vacay. And you have the Hula bronzer and the Shelly blush. The only reason I'm keeping these is because of the blushes. I love the blush formula. These bronzers are all right, and there's no way I could ever use that shade, Toasted. She is way too deep for me. I could use it for an eyeshadow or anything like that, though. But I love the blush formula from Benefit. I think they're awesome. I actually have some more. Why don't we go ahead and dig into those? This is my oldest. It's the shade California, and this is like just the mini. And it's such a pretty, like, satiny pink shade. It's a perfect, like, shade for, you know, very light looks. Soft glam, I think is the word I'm looking for. I don't even know how to describe soft glam because it's so not me. This is one of my favorites, and they don't make it anymore. It's even in the old packaging. It's the shade Georgia, and it smells like peaches still after all this time. But this is like the most pretty satin nude blush. It's a great little blush topper. I think it might even be a highlighter, but I use it as a blush. I don't know, actually. I can't remember what it was, but I still love this product. It's totally a blush topper. My favorites of the blushes, I mean, I don't have very many of them, but are these 2. I love them for completely different reasons. You guys know I'm obsessed with orange. Everything, I love the undertone of this. It is so beautiful, and you really don't see a lot of blushes quite like this. And I just fell so in love. This used to be the blush I wore almost every single day in every single look. I eventually had to make myself stop because I wasn't using anything else in my collection. And when I wasn't using that, I was using Willa. This is like the most beautiful mauvey, gorgeous blush. I love it so freaking much. It's like, it's perfect. And these are satin as well, but in the best way. Like, you can see that very light sheen. These are beautiful. If you have not tried these, I highly recommend. The longevity on them is really good as well. I don't know if I mentioned, but that's another reason why I'm getting rid of the ColourPop ones, because the longevity on them suck. And that's not really a problem that I have with blush anymore. brands are pretty good at making good blush, at least the ones I buy from. So this one I don't use very often, but I really like it. And I got it in a BoxyCharm, but it's Complex Culture. Why does nobody talk about this brand? I've tried some good stuff from them because of BoxyCharm, but this is the Good Glow Blush Duo in the shades Spiced Up and Be Content. And I love these colors. They are so beautiful. And this one's like more sheen. This one's more matte. But they are so pretty. I love like the nude one. I like this one as well. But the nude is my favorite. This is a really good formula. And again, BoxyCharm sells a lot of their products. And Ipsy, they're like combined now, which I think was so dumb. But I highly recommend, and they have really good highlighters too. I used to have one. I think I decluttered it because I broke it and I repressed it, and I just got tired of it being ugly in my collection. Yeah, I don't have it anymore, so I must have gotten rid of it. I think in my last declutter. So this is another product I think I got in BoxyCharm, and it's really new to me, but it's the One Size Cheek Clapper. This is in the shade Attention Seeker. This is the only one I have. It's the only one I've tried. And I'm not that big on pink, but I do not have a lot of pink in my collection. You guys will be seeing that. There's not a whole lot, especially like this bubblegum pink. So I'm liking the formula so far. I've not really gathered all of my thoughts on it fairly, but so far so good. I'm happy that I got to try it out. I like that cream formula a lot, but I really like the glowy like highlighter situation at the bottom. I'm happy to have it. Let me know if you guys have tried these and what you think of them. And then we have a little stack from GLAMLITE. I thought I had more GLAMLITE blushes than this, but I guess not. I must have decluttered some like last year. So I am missing some. Not. That's so weird. I could have swore I had more. Anyway, my favorite out of the ones that are in front of me is the Garfield For the Love of Lasagna. Listen, these are so pigmented. You have to be so careful. Like when I first used them, I used the red and it looked like somebody smacked me in the face because I used too dense of a brush. As long as you go in with a brush like the one I told you about from SINGE, you will be fine. And this highlighter in the center is so good. It's so silky. They have really upped their highlight formula, but I love this. I've had so much fun. I've use this palette time and time again. It's so gorgeous, and that one's not going anywhere. I don't really like getting rid of my GLAMLITE stuff anyways because I do collect from them, which is the only reason I'm keeping this GHOSTFACE highlighter. I mean, blush. This is so pigmented. It's way too pigmented for me. Like, I can barely even use it. I think I used it though. Maybe I'm wrong because I know the first time I used it, it was really bad. But I think I used it in my GHOSTFACE Lives collection video, which is not even up yet. At least not at the time I'm filming this. And I used it with that SINGE Beauty brush and I did not have the same problem. But that is really pigmented. You have to be really careful with it. A little too much. It's more pigmented than some of my other ones that I like from them. So if it wasn't for collecting their horror collections, I probably would let that go. This one I really loved, and it's the Betty Boop Blush Duo. Oh, I just noticed that. When you like flip it, her little cheeks turn pink. That's so cute. Like blush. But I love this one. These are really pretty, like everyday types of colors for me. I love this more like mauve-y one. It's really, really beautiful. It's probably my favorite. I love this one too because I love the colors. But as for when it comes to ease of use, it's this one. This one was a favorite for a while too, and I love the colors. I love this coral and this punchy pink. This one's a little deeper, I think, than the One Size. Yeah, a lot deeper. So it still makes sense to keep both. See, I'm justifying, but that's okay. But I love this. These ones were pigmented as well, but not too pigmented. They're really easy to work with. They have great longevity. They're easy to blend out, and they're great summer blushes. So I'm definitely keeping those as well. This is one of my favorite blush formulas, and it's the SINGE Beauty Evocative Silk Blushes, and they are silk. I love this packaging. It's so retro and gorgeous. I love like her whole aesthetic with that brand. I think it's beautiful. I can't wait to see what she releases in the next year. I think it's going to be really good. But I love these so much. So my favorites, I think my most used is probably Risky Raven. I call it that all the time. I think my most used is probably Risky Raisin. This one is so beautiful, and I love a good nude blush. And these are really pigmented, but they're not too pigmented. They're really pigmented as in they will also work on deeper skin tones, but if you like just barely go in there, you see how light that is, and you can build them up, and I love that. I'd rather like start at a like good pigmentation but not too much, and like slowly build than go full on pigment straight out of the gate. This is such a good formula, but I really love these two as well. This is Persistent Persimmon. I know that with SINGE Beauty, Angelica is going to come out with the best colors for everything, because we like that mustardy like types of stuff. We both love orange lip products and the same undertone of orange as well. So I'm excited to see what else is coming from her. If you have not tried a mustard blush, you have to. I don't know like what it would look like maybe on a like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a really cool skin tone, but on a warm or like olive, neutral, whatever, it's beautiful, and you should totally try it. I love it. It was this one, not this one. Then I really love this one too, Timid Tomato. So I like doing Timid Tomato, which looks like Campbell's tomato soup, and like on the back half of the cheek, and then blending out and like doing blush draping in the front half. And I also like the combo of Risky Raisin and then a little bit of Timid Tomato added as well. These are beautiful. This one's really pretty too. It's Riveting Rhubarb. I don't do a whole lot of pinks, but I really like the undertone of this pink, and it's one of those really, I just threw that. It's a good formula for like those quick makeup look days, or maybe I need a pink blush. I mean, that happens sometimes. But you see like the little hint of glow that you get with these? It's really pretty. It's so subtle. It just makes your skin look very healthy. And of course, these are staying. They are not going anywhere. I can't wait till she comes out with highlighters too. It's going to be real good. So the next, I have two of the blushes from Give Beauty. This one I've used to death. It's Feeling Cheeky, the Amplifying Blush Duo. This is in the shade Flirty Talk. And you're probably not surprised that my favorite one is orange. This is so pretty. These are good for blush draping too, but they're also good to just use on their own. The other one is like light, so you could do like a highlighting situation. These have that silk formula as well, and I think they're gorgeous. So this one is new to my collection. This is in the, you know, shades Stars Aligned, and these are more nude blushes, and I have not even touched these yet, so let's find out together. I need to use my freaking collection. I get bad about like, I'll start using something and I'll love it so much that I don't touch anything else for a long time. I just use the same stuff. And then I have to like force myself to stop. So it makes it harder for me to use my collection, but those are really pretty. That's a really good nude blush. These I don't use anymore. I don't know why I keep holding on to them. They're the Milani blushes. This is the shade Luminoso, and I think that's why the shade was viral many times. And this is a really beautiful, like, glowy baked blush formula, and I don't use it very often, but that's so pretty. How am I supposed to let that go? And then we have Rose d'Oro. I don't know. I'm probably not saying that right. And if I am, I'm so sorry. But this one is really pretty too. And it's another one of those nude shades. And it's so gorgeous. It's so soft and subtle. I think I'm going to keep these. Even though I know I haven't used. Should I keep them? Oh, man. I'm going to put them in the maybe pile. And we'll decide at the end. Because I don't want to get rid of stuff if I'm going to regret it. You know? I love makeup. Walking into this room every day literally brings me more joy than I could ever describe. So I don't want to take away from that. Here I have the Rare Beauty powder blush in the shade Joy, and I love this one. I used it a lot, but then I just got new stuff and it kind of fell to the side, but it's so freaking pretty, and it's so pretty with the highlighters as well. I need to get more of these and more of the highlighting shades. I mean, I don't need to, obviously, but I want to because I love the formulas a lot. I have the liquid Joy as well. This one I got from BoxyCharm, I think. It's the Half Caked Double Dipper. And it's really pretty too. Those are pretty, but I feel comfortable letting that one go. I don't ever use that. My mom has it too, I believe. She got it in the same box. This blush was my favorite for so long, and it's the Sigma Alice in Wonderland blush, and I'm not getting rid of it. It reminds me so much of the shade Willa from Benefit, but I love this formula. I want to try more of the Sigma blushes. I want to try more of the Sigma products as a whole because almost everything I've picked up from them, I've actually really enjoyed. So yes, for that one, it's definitely staying. Then I have this Fenty Beauty Hot Cheeks Velour Blush Lighter, and this is really pretty too, but you have to like a glowy blush to like this. For me, I like it as a blush, but it's also really pretty as like a blush topper. It's so gorgeous. I just really love this formula. It's so pretty. So she's staying. I haven't used that one in a while though. Then I have two of the NYX Buttermelt blushes. So this is the shade Suna the Butter, and it's the prettiest orange. I love this. It's such a good like summer shade, spring shade, but you could even pull that off at Halloween. I love this formula. It's really like easy to blend. You can build it up. It has great longevity. It's a good formula. I will say though, when you're putting it on, you do get a lot of kick up in the pan. But this shade is really beautiful too. This is Feeling Butter, and it's more of like that pinky nude type of shade. I love the nudes. I thought I didn't have any nudes. That's so funny. I was just thinking that yesterday. And this is showing me that I don't even know my collection anymore. Then I have the Little Blush from Sigma. This is from the Little Mermaid collection, and it's a pink, which you guys can see I don't have a whole lot of pink. So this one's staying. Even if I hated it, I would still keep it because the packaging is 10 out of 10. But this is really pretty. Love the pigmentation. Again, I really like their blush formula, but this is such a soft, easy to wear blush for those everyday types of makeup looks, which I only do every once in a while, but I like having options when I do them. Then I have this one from Persona. This one I don't use very often either, but I really love this formula. It's the Super Blush, and this is in the shade Caramel. And it's kind of like a mauve-y shade. It's really pretty. And it's that same like silky type of glowy formula. I think those are my favorite, but honestly, I don't discriminate. I like matte, soft, silky, liquid, cream. I love them all. I love them. They're all my favorite. Then I have these three from Odin's Eye, and I love them. I love them so much. So my oldest ones are from the first collection they launched. I wish they would restock those. The packaging on these are beautiful. I hate how slippery they are, but they're still pretty. So this is the shade Peach Gleam, and it's so beautiful. I love it. This is one of my favorites, though. It's the undertone. It's the shade Warm Sun, and it's so beautiful. So this is Warm Sun. It's really light. So I like to mostly use it as a like blush draping situation. Then we have Peach Gleam. I'm sorry about my phone going off, guys. I don't like turning my text messages off, like my notifications. I'm always scared something will happen and then I won't hear my phone. I know that sounds crazy, but I can't help myself. But anyways, this is Pink Bloom. This one is from the Moon Wish collection, and I love this one a lot. It's kind of like the one, the Willa, and those more mauve shades, but this one is a lot more cool tone. My hand wasn't dry when I swatched that. And I love it. It's a really pretty, it's like a almost purple. It's like a cool toned mauve shade. It's so pretty. So far, I've gotten rid of 3. So the next 2 are from Blend Bunny, and I'm keeping these, but these are really pigmented too. You have to be super careful with them, but I love this orange one so freaking much. It's so beautiful. But when I try new products from brands like, say, Blend Bunny releases a new palette, I like to try to use their cheap products too, if I like them. And I do like these, but you have to be very easy with them. They are matte. This is the pink one. So this is Lunar Eclipse, and this one is Solar Flare. This is part of the Ellis Atlantis, I think, collection. I hope I'm right, but they're really pretty. They're staying for now. Then I have these from Ensley Rain. So this one wasn't my favorite. This one was from the Underland collection. It's okay. This shade right here is really pigmented. I do like this one. It's a nude and it looks really good on me, I think. But the other one is really pigmented, but I'm still like gathering my thoughts on that one, so I do want to keep it. But I love these ones that came in the Flutter and Flourish collection. This one's pigmented, but not bad. I was still able to easily make it work. You just have to be really careful with it. But I really love the one from the Flutter collection because it is such a gorgeous peach shade. And it's perfect for my skin tone and stuff. I had no issues working with this one at all, and I'm happy to have that one in my collection. I could see myself, though, possibly letting these ones go next year. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Then I have 2 duos from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the collab with Heather Austin. It's like a blush topper highlight duo. Technically, it probably should be in my highlight part, but I keep it with my blushes. But those are so pretty. I love this collection. I think there's still a few of them available. I'm actually wearing the gloss today in the shade Pollen. I wish this was available like as a single because I would totally pick one more of these up because mine's almost empty and it's starting to not look that hot, so I'm probably going to have to declutter it soon, but not right now. Then I have the one from Devour, and I love this. So this is a highlight blush duo, and this formula, the blush, is a lot like the one in the Spring Magic palette. It's really, really glowy and pretty. I like the highlighter as well, but my favorite thing about this little duo is definitely the blush, and it's in the shade Slay. Slay. So now let's count all of these and see how many like matte blushes and blush palettes I have. And like I said, I've only decluttered 4 out of this, which is honestly better than I even expected. So as for this, like the matte blushes and the blush palettes, I started with 60, I decluttered 4, and I'm keeping 56. That's a lot of blush, isn't it? Let me recount. So apparently it's so late that I can't even count because I thought I had like 60. Okay, so I started with 55 blushes. I decluttered 4, so that leaves me at 51. Now let's do the liquids. Okay, so here are the liquids. I'm going to go ahead and get them all laid out and separated by brand. Okay, so right away, I already know I definitely want to declutter this ColourPop Cheek Dew. I've never even used it. It's separated in there. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but I don't like dewy products on my face. I don't like my hair like sticking to my face. That drives me nuts. I already deal with feeling like there's a hair on my face all the time. So I don't want there to literally be one. So this one is definitely a go. Okay, so I have this one from Jaclyn Hill. It's in the shade Plush Peach. I swatched it. I've never even used it. I picked it up from TJ Maxx, and I honestly don't know why I did. So I'm going to let that one go. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and let this one from Tarte go as well. This is the Blush and Glow. It's a little dewy, and it's not even that. It's too sheer. I like a punchy blush. I mean, this is really pretty, but it's more serum-y than I like. And you see how sheer that is? So that one can go as well. These ones from Maybelline, these are the Sun Kisser. These are so cool. I love the undertones of these. I have the shade Rooftop Views and Sun Temp, and I love these. These ones are a little sheer too, but they're great mix-ins as well to like make a shade more yellowy. Look at that. It's so glowy. They're nowhere near as sheer as that one from Tarte. And then here we have Rooftop Views. I just love the undertones of these. I think they are so freaking pretty. So these are a keep for sure. These are some of my favorite liquid formulas. I love these blushes from e.l.f. I have the shade Dusty Rose, I think, and Gorge Orange. I love Gorge Orange, but I really love Dusty Rose as well. These are pigmented, but they're not like Rare Beauty pigmented. But they're still really good. Like, look at, that's Dusty Rose. Is that it? Yes, Dusty Rose. And then Gorge Orange. Look how pretty those are. They make me so freaking happy. I have a lot of liquid favorites. This blush tape also, I'm probably gonna let go. Let me swatch it to be sure because I don't remember. I think I didn't like it because it was too light. It is really light, but honestly, I could probably mix this with liquid blush. So actually, I'm not gonna declutter. I'm gonna keep it. I hate how messy these get though, and it wastes so much product. Another formula I really love is this formula from Bella Beauty Bar. I have the shades Nectar and Blossom. These are really pretty. They're really easy to work with. Great amount of pigmentation as well. I love them. I'm so glad I picked these up. I would love to grab some more shades, but look at that. Oh, they're so beautiful. I did put a lot down, so don't be like, what do you mean easy to work with? I put a lot. But then is the shade Blossom. This one is my favorite. Oh, I put a lot again, just so you guys know I'm not lying. I'm going to wipe some of that off because I don't want it to like be too overpowering and then you guys think they're too pigmented. And there's that one. Isn't that the perfect nude shade? I'm super happy that I picked these up, and I definitely want to grab some more. Like I said, they're beautiful. I have a hair. Another one that I really love, actually two. One of them is this one from Glamlite. This is in the shade Lavish. I have to make another order from them because I need this. I need more of these. This is so beautiful. This formula is so thin and lightweight and just beautiful, easy to work with. I love this shade so freaking much, and I want more, like, in my life immediately. This is one of my favorite liquid blush formulas. This is another, and it's from Juvia's Place. This is their blush lighter. This is in the shade Rosy Posy Glow, and it's so beautiful. I would love to get more shades of this as well. This is really pink. Like, and I don't do pink, but I love this. It's so freaking gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Like, look at that. It's so wet looking. It's not too shimmery. It just makes your skin look so healthy and beautiful. I just love it so much. So this one is new to my collection. It is from Huda Beauty, and I have the shade Watermelon Pop. This is the blush filters. So I just picked this up during the Sephora sale, and I'm excited to get to play with it. I just actually filmed my Sephora haul. They're pigmented though, so I'm going to use what's on my finger and do it over here. Yeah, I put down too much. Surprise, surprise. So just remember, if you end up picking those up, start small. This one is new to me as well, and I got this in like a little duo. It's really cute. It comes with the Pillow Talk matte blush and the highlighter, and I love this color. I can't wait to try this. It's so pretty. Try not to squeeze out too much because I hate that. I did. It's so easy to do. I hate these applicators. Like, it's cute and all, but I'm over it. But this shade is really pretty. Really soft and easy. I might take this with me on my trip because it's also really small. And then I have PINKGASM. This is one of the glowy ones. And again, look how gross that gets. It's like the product just comes out, and I have it in the off position. So why it's doing that, I don't know. And it wastes. And if that just got on my shirt, I'm gonna sue. It's just so much. Look at that. All that was just on the top of there. It's crazy. And it gets like all on the lid and stuff. I love the formula though. It's so beautiful and glowy. And I love the shade that I picked up. I've been using them a lot since that haul video that I did when I did that big Ulta haul. And I'm so glad that I finally got to try the formula. And then I have Peach Pop. Is that it? Yeah. And this is beautiful. This is one of the matte. And this one didn't do that like the other ones. This shade is so pretty. Is it not? And it's so light and lightweight. This formula actually reminds me of the Glaminatrix formula. They just have some more like kind of unique shades that I'm excited to have in my collection. So the next one is this Unearthly blush. This is in the shade Nirvana. So I really like this formula a lot. I love the color as well, but the formula needs, with this formula, I feel like it needs to be in different packaging maybe. Maybe it's a preference thing because you have to work to get it out. But this is a matte formula, and this color is so freaking gorgeous. If she comes out with more of these, I highly recommend them because this is a beautiful formula, and I've gotten a ton of use out of this. So it could just be that. Maybe it's low, because I have used it a lot. And this release, I think, with the Valentine's Day mystery box, I can't wait for her to come out with some more of these. But she has came out with more blushes. We'll get to those in a minute. Then I have my Rare Beauty blush in the shade Joy. We all know how pigmented this is. I was smelling it to make sure it's still good because I've had this for a while. And it's been a while since I've used it, but I still love it. And look at that. Keeps going and going and going. Like, it goes all day. But I think it's beautiful. And I actually just got one of the Rare Beauty highlighters, and I really want to mix the two and create my own, like, blush lighter situation. So I'm excited to have those. Then I have these two things. They're like serum blushes, but I like these serum blushes. So this is the one from Give Beauty, and this is in the shade Marigold. I did a haul over the spring, I believe, and picked this up. Now, when it comes to like wearing a full beat, like today, this blush is a no for me. It's too serum-y and too light. But when I want to just like freshen up my face a little, like before I go out or something, this is a good one for that. But when it comes to like, if you want some blush, I don't recommend it. And I think I felt the same way about this one from Winky Lux. I love the little applicator of this. It's so cute. This one is almost the same color, but it's pretty. I really love that applicator. This one is more pigmented than the one from Give as well. But it's that same type of really thin, like serum-y type of formula, kind of like the Glaminatrix one as well. Those are my liquid blushes. So again, I'm going to count real quick and figure out what I have in this category. So I know I'm getting rid of 3. So in this category, I started out with 20 and I decluttered 3, so now I have 17. So lastly, all we have left now is to do the cream ones. And I got some favorites I'm excited to show you guys. So here is my cream blush category. So right now I have a favorite, and it's one that I keep reaching for and I cannot stop. And it's these freaking Danessa Myricks blushes. I just bought another shade. I have not used it yet, but look how bright and gorgeous it is. I cannot wait. So the one I have on today, actually, and the one that I keep using, is in the shade Rose and Brunch. And if you're not familiar, these are the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. So I've not tried. I think these are the only thing I've tried from Danessa Myricks. But these are so freaking good. They work on top of powder and everything. I love them. They are so beautiful. They look like your skin. They're just so glossy and gorgeous. So the other one I did swatch in store, but I've actually not swatched it since I've had it here with me. These are definitely not going anywhere. This is in the shade Bellini. And I love this color. It's so freaking pretty. I need to use it. Oh, I definitely need to use it. I love this formula. It's so fantastic. It's so good and glossy and wet. It just makes me so excited. And look how pretty it is on the makeup wipe. Okay, so another favorite formula. These are newer to my collection, but I've been using them to death. And it's the new Paranormal Plush Blush Cream Blush from Unearthly Cosmetics. So there are 3 shades. We have Wilted Blossom. These are freaking gorgeous. I love this. It's like a cool tone, mauve-y, gorgeous, beautiful. I love the formula. Real easy to work with. They blend like a dream. They're like kind of matte. I think they're like matte. Yeah, they're matte. They like dry down matte and blurry. I don't know. It still looks kind of shiny. I need to go look at the site. And then we have the shade Blood Moon. Oh, this one is gorgeous. And you would think it might be too deep, but for blush draping, it's wonderful. And it actually blends like a freaking dream. It's the one right here in the center. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. These aren't matte. These are like, they have a slight silkiness to them. They're definitely not matte. I don't know what I was thinking. You know how it feels like kind of moussey, some matte formulas? They kind of feel like that, but then they're not. They're like sheeny. They're really gorgeous. So this is another one that I really love. This is in the shade, no, is that it? No, here it is. This is in the shade Burnt Rose, and it's so beautiful. It's a nude. You guys know how I feel about a nude. These are great for like traveling, because if you pick a blush like this, it's going to go with almost anything that you choose to wear, like eyeshadow wise, clothing wise. It's like an effortless, everyday type of blush. I cannot wait to see more shades come out in this formula. These sold out really fast too, and they're freaking great. So when she restocks them on the website, I suggest you pick them up. They are so beautiful. Such a great formula. And to be honest, those are the formulas I think I use the most. I do use these ones a lot as well. These are from Sigma, but out of these are my most used for sure. And this is in the shade Coral Dawn. It's a really easy, everyday, effortless type of product. I really like this formula as well. It's pigmented. The longevity on them is good. It is on all of these that I've talked about. I don't keep products that aren't good with longevity. I can't stand that. I need my blush to stay, you know? But then we have the shade Quarter Rosa, and I love this so much. It's another nude blush. I have so many nude blushes, and I swear I did not think I had any. And why am I not in center of the screen? So this one I actually really like too. I just haven't used it in a little bit, and it's from LYS. I don't know like what these are called exactly because I can't see, but whatever they are, this is in the shade Curvy, and this is a gorgeous shimmery blush, but you better like that shimmer because this one glows, which I love a blush like that too. Like I said, I love all the blush, so I really don't like mind that, but these ones are really glowy, and I really like this formula. The longevity is great. They blend really easily. You can sheer them out, you can build them up. I just think they're fantastic. I've really been getting into a lot of LYS products lately this year. I picked up some more stuff actually, and if my Sephora haul is already up, I suggest you check it out. If it is, I'll pop the thumbnail up on the screen so it'll be easier for you guys to find it. You'll know what like the thumbnail looks like, but there's a chance it might not be up yet either. But this was also a part of my Sephora haul. I have not tried any products from Makeup by Mario, so I picked up this Soft Pop blush stick in the shade Sweet Pink. I got this in a duo with the bronzer, and I'm excited to try the bronzer as well. But that is such a beautiful, soft, easy, everyday type of blush color. I have not used this yet, so fingers crossed I love it, but we'll see. So this one I got in a BoxyCharm, and I have not even used it yet. This is JX, the 3-in-1 stick. It's in the shade I'm Delicious. I don't know what it means by 3-in-1. I know lips, probably cheeks, and then eyes. Let's try it on the lips. Y'all are probably like, you crazy. Honestly, I don't really mind that. It doesn't feel bad at all, but usually if something works for the lips, it doesn't work for the cheek. So I still got to try this one out and see how I feel about it, but that's pigmented. It feels grabby though. See that? It feels like chapstick. So actually, I don't even need to try that. I can tell by touching it that it's not going to be a good time. So that one is going. So then I have this little cutie from Milk Makeup. This is in the shade Swerve. I love this. This is such a good fall one. Oh, it's so pumpkin-y. I forgot that I had this. I need to find a better way to store my stuff so I can see things better, because I really want to get some use out of that. I like this formula a lot as well. It's really, really beautiful. Love the color. This one's old. I got this. It's not that old. It's like 2 years old. Is that too old in blush life? Like cream blush life? It still feels good. Smells fine. It's the Tarte Breezy Cream Blush in the shade Peach Sunset, and I actually really love this formula a lot. This one is matte, and it's that like moussey texture, and then it dries down to like that powder finish. It looks really, really pretty on the face, and I'm keeping it. I love it. So I got this, I think October made 2 years. I got it in my BoxyCharm. It was when we moved in this house, actually. We are almost done. We are down to the last few. So these three. These are from ColourPop, the Pokemon collection, and I actually really like this formula. So I think I'm going to keep them. I love this purple. I don't have any other like purple cream blushes like this from any brand. It's like so... It's purple leaning pink, It's so pretty, and I want to keep that one. It looks like magenta when it was on my finger. And then I have this cute little pink one. It's really cute too. The pink one I can let go of. And then I have this like more red. I bet it comes off on the hand pink though. That one I can let go too. I just want to keep the purple one. But I do enjoy that formula. It's pretty nice. I almost said pretty decent. I mean, it's more than decent. Let's be fair. So I really enjoy this one too. This is the Tarte, did you see that? Maracuja Juicy Blush, and I have the shade Orchid. And I love this, and it really is a juicy blush. It's so pretty. Like, look how wet it looks on the hand. This one, though, if you're not careful, it can be sticky. You got to give it time to dry down. So if you don't like those dewy cheek products, I would say steer clear. You might not be into it, but it does dry down enough to where like your hair and stuff doesn't stick to your face. This one is from NARS, and it is in the shade Rush. So this one I actually haven't gotten a lot of use out of. And I got it underneath my fingernail. And once you get something under your nail, it's so hard to get out. This is such a beautiful formula. See, I need to use my stuff more. I'm going to use a brush to get this out because I don't want to get under my nails. But this is so pretty. It's so moussey and soft. And watch me get blush all over my face. But my face was itching. But it's just so velvety and soft and just silky. So pretty. I almost considered decluttering that, but as soon as I touched it, I was like, no way. Then I have 3 blushes from ColourPop. These I've had for quite a while. I have Georgette, which is really pretty. I love these little squishy things, and I like having them, again, in case I do a review of ColourPop. This one is really pretty, though. Georgette. So pretty. I bought this one when I worked at Ulta. That was a nightmare. That's all I'm saying. It's a nightmare. And then I have Just Playin'. So this one was in the mystery box I bought. I think it was either Christmas time or during the spring. And that one's really like bright. I don't have a lot of cream blushes that color. And I really like this one. This is Drop of a Hat. This one's like really glowy. That's on there tight. And they feel fine. This one's really nice. Really squishy. And there's that one. That's like a really pretty like cream blush topper. See, I'm going to try it, putting it over top of these 2 shades. Look at it on that. It's so pretty. And then we'll try it on the other one too. You make your own like glowy formula. That's so cute. I love it. Last 2, guys. I told you we're almost done. And they're both from MAC. So I love this one. This is the Glow Play blush in the shade Cheer Up. I don't even know if they still make these, but I love this. It's so squishy. It's like putty. It's the coolest texture, but it's such a pretty blush. Such a gorgeous formula. It's so light and airy. You can build it up though. You know I wouldn't be loving it if you couldn't. But it's like that really soft, beautiful, everyday type of easy blush, and I love it. This one reminds me of this one from Milani. It reminds me of the Rose d'Oro. If I'm saying that correctly, I don't know. But this is really pretty. This is a mineral. I just got my finger all up in that. It's the mineral blush, mineralized blush in the shade Lovejoy. And it's so beautiful and silky and nude. Oh, it's staying in my collection. So that's the MAC one. Now let's do the Milani. I think their undertones are different. And one's lighter. But it's close. The one from MAC feels a lot more silky as well. MAC's the bottom and Milani is the middle. There's a clear difference. But honestly, you could probably put the Milani over top of a brown or a nude blush and get the MAC. Alright, I'm going to count these and see where I'm at. Okay, so I started with 22, decluttered 3, and now I have 19. But this was so fun. Declutters are some of my absolute favorite videos. I'm shocked at how many blushes I have. I started with 93. I decluttered 10, which is like nothing, and I kept 83, which, you know, I don't think people should feel pressured into decluttering their collection. I know for me personally, my makeup makes me really happy. Walking into this room every day brings me so much joy. I feel so inspired and excited to film. I love looking at it. I don't know, it's a part of me, and I'm happy to have it all. I mean, obviously, if it's expired or I don't like it, I'm not going to keep it. Hence, that's why there's, you know, this little basket that's going. But I just love trying out new formulas and stuff because there's a lot of differences in them and different colors and undertones. It's just a great time for me. But I really hope you guys like this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'll try to have another one up at least within the next week or two. I'm going to do my best, but I hope you guys love this as much as I did. And until next time, bye.